It's game time, guys. Welcome to Gadol, your strategy and your finance game. I'm going to take you through the rules very briefly so you can understand how this game is played. Here is the overview of it. So first of all, you need to use your coins to buy tokens. You need to then use the tokens to buy what we call the product card, and then you use the product card to buy the contract card, and the first team to get your contract card wins the game. And there are different rules with it, but remember, you are given 10 coins in the beginning, and you substitute those coins, or you use those coins to buy the tokens. These are the tokens over here. You have two options when you buy the tokens. So when it's your turn, you can do one activity at a time, or one transaction at a time. You've got a choice with your coins. You can either buy 3 tokens with 3 coins, or if you want tokens of the same color, you can only take 2. So here are your options again. It's your turn. You can either choose 3 different colored tokens and pay with them with 3 coins, or if you want the same colored token, whatever those tokens are, you no longer can get 3, you've got to get 2, and you only pay 2 coins for those. Once you've got the tokens, the aim is now to purchase one of your product cards. And for example, this particular product card, if you have a look in the middle over here, you can see that next to the red there's nothing, next to the green there's nothing, but next to the yellow, the equipment, there's 3. The purple's nothing and the black is nothing. So in order to purchase this card, you will initially need, or you need 3 yellow tokens. And so your option, like over here, is to give in these 3 yellow tokens and you get the card. When you give in the tokens, the number of tokens that you give in, those are the number of coins that you get back. So at any stage during the game, you've either got 10 coins or 10 tokens, or your coins and your tokens together equal 10. Once you've purchased a few cards, the product cards become like permanent tokens to buy other product cards. So if you have a look here, your other example is, instead of the 3 tokens, yellow tokens, to buy the product card, I can use 2 tokens and 1 permanent card, and then I can buy that product card, the red one. But when I use the product card, I still keep that card. I don't hand it in. I only hand in the tokens. And if I've already got a few of them, let's say I've got 2 yellow cards, I only have to give in 1 token to purchase that. If I have 3 permanent yellow cards, I can, when it's my turn, I can purchase this red card without giving in any tokens. My turn, I just take that card, because I don't have to give in a token, because I've got the yellow cards which act like permanent tokens. So for example, if I was going for this card over here, in this particular case, as you can see, I need 2 greens or 2 yellows. And again, I'm showing you that I could purchase, if I had to purchase it with these tokens, I would give in 4 tokens, I would get 4 coins back. Or I could use a combination of permanent cards if I had green cards or yellow cards. An important point with this, I want to get to the point where I have enough product cards to purchase that final contract card that I'm going for. And if you have a look, what I would need is 1 red card, 1 green card, 2 yellow cards, 1 purple card, and 1 black card. And if you look over here, it looks as if I've got sufficient, except on the contract card there's one added bit of information, and you can see that 6, which is above the block. And in this particular case, I need product points. And if I look at my product cards, the yellow one, the one is worth 0 and the other one's worth 3. The green one is worth nothing. The purple is worth 1. The black is nothing because there's 0, and the red one is 1. I've only got 5 product points. So although I've got sufficient product cards, I still need to use, and I need to add another card. Can be any color, because I've already got sufficient of the color, but I need any card that's still got at least 1 so that I can get those permanent points. So for instance, if I had this scenario, then I would be able to buy it because I've got enough color cards and the points add up. You have 4 reserve managers. We use those reserve managers to reserve a card. A couple of rules with this. When it's your turn, if instead of buying tokens or purchasing a product card or any other movement, you can take one of your tokens and put it on top of any other card that you want to reserve within the play area. I'll show you what the play area is now. Once you move a reserve manager onto a card, that's your move. That's your turn. You've got to wait till it comes around again. That will stop anybody from purchasing that card that you've reserved. But what they could do is they could what's called gazumt. So they could gazumt you. Gazumt you means they can go above you. And so if you've got one product manager on a card, they can now put 2 product managers on that same card and give you your product manager back. So they going over and above you. When it's your turn, you can give them the 2 back if you want to, and put 3 on, and then they could put 4 on, etc. But just remember, every time you do that, you're missing a turn. So in the very first instance, you cannot put more than 1 manager on a card at a time. So if there's no reserve managers on any of the cards and you want to reserve a card, you can only put 1 on. The only time you can put more than 1 on is when you're going over and above somebody who's already reserved that same card that you're looking for. You will be given 2 random cards. You then look at these random cards and you choose which one you want to keep for yourself as a potential to go for. So to end the game and to win, you will choose one of the 2, and then you can go and try and play your game according to getting one of these contract cards. Now this contract card only you see, the other players don't see that you're potentially going for this. But all of you can either go for your own hidden card, your own hidden contract card, or one of the 4 exposed contract cards that are face up on the play field. So if you, what I mean by on the play field, you will see that you have the 4 contract cards over here in the front, and these contract cards are for you. And these contract cards you could go for either one of these or your own hidden card. And the field is laid out, and your playing area is this area over here. The other cards on the end you cannot take directly. They only come into play when one of the other cards are taken out. So if player A takes a purple card, so he purchases a purple card, the other purple card then gets put in its place and it now comes into play. You also have 2 areas where you can now, if it's your turn, You can take any of those cards in the middle that you feel is interrupting and stopping the flow of the game, and you can move it into the parking lot. Those two areas are the parking lot, and you can move the card into that parking lot, and then the next card will come into play. The cards in the parking lot are still in play, but only the top ones. So if we put two in the parking lot and now we've got another one, we put it on top of one of the others, only the top one's in play. If somebody buys that top one, then the other one comes into play. So you will see the layout is like this on the field. The first player to play will get the first player token. Just so that you know where you started the game. The game is complete when somebody purchases a contract. But if I was the first player to play and I've completed a contract, I need to give the other teams an opportunity to also purchase a contract in the same round. This token, a free trade token, is given initially to the player who plays last. So if we have 4 players, the player who plays 4th gets the free trade token. And at any stage, the player can use this token and can have an extra turn. In other words, you are always normally only have one action that you can do. In this particular case, you can have 2 actions. And you can either do 2 actions, or you can substitute any of your coins and or tokens for any other player's coins or tokens. Just remember, at the end, if you do that, you have to have a combination or a total of 10. So I can take all my coins and tokens, give it to somebody else, and take all their coins and tokens. So you either get a turn or that. Once you have played this, once you've used the free trade, you have to give the free trade token to one of the other players. So if you use this token for an extra turn, you can choose any player to give this to. If you've substituted your coins and your tokens from another player, you substitute that, but in return they then get that free trade token. They cannot use that token against you, so they cannot give it back to you. So they can't use it as an action to get their stuff back, but they can use it with any other player after that. And those are the rules of the game. Good luck.